Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Armor and Weapons Guide has been upgraded. Before Grounded 1.0, armors and weapons were separated guides. In this second edition, I am bringing to you armor and weapons together in one final recommendation. Not just that, gear progression has been integrated into the guide. This guide is full of details. You will learn a lot about Grounded. The cheat sheet that you are seeing was done for the Weapons Guide Edition 1. There will be 2 new cheat sheets, one for the gear progression and another one for the final recommendation. In the next following days, the new cheat sheets will be uploaded to my Discord server and you can download them for free. The link to join the Spy Discord is in the description of this video. For veteran players just waiting for the armors and weapons final recommendation, you don't need to watch the entire video. Click on the timestamp link that's also on the video description and jump directly to it. As the game changes, this guide will be updated. Take some effort and work to create these guides and cheat sheets. Your support keeps me going. If you like this guide, don't leave without subscribing to the channel. If you love this guide, with less than $2 you can become member of the channel, and members will have access to the cheat sheet 48 hours earlier. This is the backyard from above. To explain the gear progression, I divided the backyard into 4 stages. Stage 1: Hedge, Pond, and Red Ant Hill. Stage 2: Haze and West Lower Yard. Stage 3: West Upper Yard and the Brood Mother. Stage 4: East Upper Yard and the Mantis. Every stage has alpha predators. If you equip to kill them, all other creatures become easy kills. Stage 1: The Wolf Spider is your biggest threat. Being able to kill the wolf spider means dominating the grasslands. Here's my recommendation for armor and weapons on stage 1. Traveling gear, aphid slippers. It makes you run faster. You are going to use it for the entire game. Grub goggles and grub vest. It gives you more stamina, which means more time running. Building gear. You gotta have a base. Red Ant Armor Set allows you to carry more weed stems and grass planks, and it's your free entry to the Red Ant Hill, as Red Ants will see you as a friend. Combat gear. There's no way out. You gotta fight. Rotten Bee Armor Set. This is the best armor set you will find in stage 1. Even though it is a rotten tier 2 light armor, it provides more defensive stats than the tier 1 acorn heavy armor set. Tools and weapons. Pebblet axe to chop stuff. Pebblet hammer to bust stuff. Acorn shovel to dig stuff. Pinch whacker. This weapon makes you an insect exterminator. It is a tier 3 weapon. Tier 3 is the highest weapon tier in the game. You will only find a weapon as powerful as the Pinch Whacker by the end of stage 2. Spider Fang Dagger for all the underwater businesses. To complete the underwater tasks you will also need diving gear, but options are straightforward and recommendations would just be too obvious. And as you already saw, the Weevil Shield protects you from almost every damage. You just need to raise the shield and you will be good. These are the enemies you're gonna encounter in stage 1 and the weapons you should use to kill them. If you need any help getting this stuff, there is a link on the video description to a guide that walks you through every step of the way. Okay, let's hold it for a minute here. I just thought of something crazy. If this video gets 1000 likes in its first month, I will live stream here on YouTube a full run of the entire gear progression guide, from day 1 to final recommendation. This way, there will be no doubts about how to get all items in this guide. Stop what you're doing and like this video. Make me suffer, please! Stage 2. The Assistant Manager and Antlions are your biggest threat. Dominating these two alpha predators means unlocking recipes to upgrade weapons till level 7. Here's my recommendation for armor and weapons on stage 2. Traveling and building gear stays the same. Same as I said about the diving gear, having a gas mask is obvious because of the gas in the haze. Now, your combat gear will change. The Rotten Bee armor set is not enough for the upcoming challenges. There are 5 tier 2 armor set options. The Black Ant armor set gives more critical damage and reflex damage. The Koi Scale armor set gives more damage after perfect blocks. The Spider arm set gives you more stamina regen. Bee armor set gives ranged weapons bonuses. And the Ladybug armor set gives you blocking and healing. I recommend the Ladybug armor set. It is the only tier 2 heavy armor and the damage dealt by the Assistant Manager and Antlions are big and strong blows. Choosing any of the other armor sets will give you a very small margin for mistakes. There's even a risk of being one-shotted dead. The sleek bonuses are not being considered as these armor sets should not be upgraded past level 5. Tools and weapons. Insect axe to chop stuff. Insect hammer to bust stuff including milk molars. Let's collect them all. Black Ant shovel to dig stuff including buried treasures. The pinch whacker will be used until the Salt Morning Star is crafted and the Sandbox burgle chip is delivered. The Salt Morning Star will substitute the pinch whacker, and with this new weapon you will clear the sandbox. Don't try to do it before. I will explain you why. With the pinch whacker level 5, it takes around 47 hits to kill a big ant lion, and with the Salt Morning Star level 5, it takes 24, almost half of the effort. You can level up the Salt Morning Star as much as you wish. It will be part of the final recommendation. The Spider Fang dagger stays the same, upgrade it only if it breaks. And the Weevil shield gives place to the Black Ant shield. These are all the enemies you're gonna encounter in stage 2 and the weapons you should use to kill them. For any enemy from stage 1 and 2 that you killed with the pinch whacker, use the Salt Morning Star. For every flying or swimming creature and the annoying infected larva and mite, use the Spider Fang dagger. The poison will help in these situations. I recommend you ignore the infected wolf spider and the sickly roly-poly. Beep them, and later we will kill them. Stage 3. Things are getting a bit more complicated. Black Ox Beetle, Green Shield Bug, Roly-Poly, and the Termite King are your biggest threats. Dominating this zone means securing a place to farm the necessary materials to upgrade armor and weapons till level 9. Here's my recommendation for armor and weapons on stage 3. Building gear stays the same. Traveling gear will change to save one inventory spot. The Grub Goggles gives place to the Marksman's Cap. We lose a bit of stamina to have enough damage to kill scarabs, which drops an essential material to upgrade weapons beyond level 7. And again, the combat gear will change. When you first get to the upper yard, there are 2 armor sets easier to get. Black Ox armor set, based on charged attack damage, and Roly-Poly armor set, which gives blocking bonuses. I recommend the Roly-Poly armor set as charge attacks is not something that works in the game for solo players. If you are playing with friends, the Black Ox armor set can be a good fit for more aggressive tank players. Tools and weapons. Termite axe to chop stuff and kill average spiders. Black Ox hammer to bust stuff, and it will also become one of your weapons. No change on the Black Ant Shovel, as it is the top tier shovel of the game. Mighty Insect Bow level 7, our first ranged weapon, added to kill scarabs with candy arrows. Why not a crossbow? As a solo player, crossbows are not that reliable. The reload time is so slow that swapping weapons becomes risky when being charged by insects. With an insect bow, swapping weapons is much faster. Check it out. The Salt Morning Star will be your main weapon until you replace it with the Rusty Spear, which can be upgraded to fresh level 9. At this point, you will be unlocking a bunch of two-handed weapons, and I'm going to do a separate video explaining why I favor one-handed weapons over two-handed weapons. I'll just say this: more protection and more damage. The Spider Fang Dagger stays the same. Upgrade it only if you have unfinished business in the Haze area. And the Black Ant Shield should be substituted for the Fire Ant Shield or the Ladybird Shield. If you feel you need more stamina during combat, go for the Ladybird Shield. If you feel you need more damage per hit, go for the Fire Ant Shield, which applies corrosion and lowers enemies' defense stats. I prefer corrosion as stamina is not an issue for the Rusty Spear. Last but not least, time to fight the Brood Mother, which is vulnerable to slashing and spicy. As you will have to kill the Brood Mother more than once, I recommend having one specific weapon just for the Brood. You can choose between the Toenail Scimitar or the Thick Maqualittle. If you feel that the Brood attacks are too fast to perfect block, go with the Toenail Scimitar, as the infection will reduce attack speed. As I can perfect block the Brood, I prefer going with the Thick Maqualittle to keep my HP up with its lifesteal bonus. Upgrade your swords to at least Spicy level 7 before fighting the Brood. These are all the enemies you're gonna encounter in stage 3 and the weapons you should use to kill them. Use the Rusty Spear to kill most of the small bugs, every kind of ant, termites and stinkies. Lady Lavabird is an extra. If you wish to clear the Sandbox, always use the Salt Morning Star. With the Insect Bow and Candy Arrows, you will hunt scarabs. Salty Black Ox Hammer for every bug with a shell protection. Spider Fang Dagger for underwater and flying creatures and infected larvae. To kill the average spider, use the Termite Axe. And, as I just said, kill the mother of all using the Thick Maqualittle. I keep my recommendation to ignore the infected wolf spider. The hunting season for sickly roly-polies is open. And here we are, Stage 4, Final Armor and Weapons Recommendation. If you are a veteran player and just jumped to this point of the video, welcome! With this loadout, you will be the apex predator of the entire backyard. Traveling gear. If you haven't upgraded the Aphid Slippers and the Grub Vest to at least Sleek level 6, do it. The Marksman's Cap Sleek level 6 can be upgraded as it breaks. Building gear. We will change the red ant helmet for the fluffy pupa hat. You will be able to carry a total of 12 wheat stems or grass planks. Combat gear. For all the armor pieces and sets we saw, we got left. Wizard hat, give staves bonuses. Moth set, buff ranged weapons. Wizard hat and Moth set are out. After testing staves and ranged weapons loadouts, I don't see it superior to melee weapons on any occasion, and makes solo players extremely vulnerable. Mask of the Mother Demon gives poison bonuses. Widow set buffs poison. Assassin set based on crit hits. And Fire Ant set adds acid damage. The Mask of the Mother Demon combined with the Widow pieces shows a huge potential. The Widow set bonus is irrelevant. The Assassin set also shows big potential. To make the best of it, you need to equip the entire set, as increases your chances to chain critical hits. The same goes for the Fire Ant set. You need to equip the entire set and upgrade through the sleek route, or the acid damage is irrelevant. To compensate for the lack of area damage of my weapons choices, the Assassin set had to be cut off. I ran tests to compare the damage output of poison and acid. Acid is good, but poison damage is absurd, mainly because of the poison area damage attack called Poison Nova. That said, we are going to replace the roly-poly armor set for Mask of the Mother Demon Sleek level 9. There are 2 poison damages bonuses on this piece of armor. Every hit has a chance to poison a single target and to activate Poison Nova. Widow's Powder Bulky level 9 and Widow Leggings Bulky level 9. Both increase damage done with poison, a perfect synergy with the Mask of the Mother Demon. The sleek bonus of these 2 last pieces gives a chance to poison the target when perfect blocking. With this setup, you won't need this extra damage. But as the Widow set is classified as light armor, you will need more defense stats against big hitters to avoid being one-shotted to death. The synergy between this armor and the tools and weapons I will list is perfect. Fast weapons means more hits per second, and with every hit there is a chance to poison the targets. Tools and weapons. Spicy Termite Axe level 9. Use it to kill average spiders. All of them are vulnerable to spicy. You can kill a wolf spider in 7 hits. Salty Black Ox Hammer level 9. 15 hits before stamina depletes, and this is the base number. Used to kill every robot and insect that has a shell. You can kill a roly-poly with 8 hits. Mighty Black Ant Shovel level 9, top tier shovel of the game, upgraded to farm with fewer hits. Mighty Insect Bow level 9. In stage 3 of this video I explained why I picked the insect bow and not the crossbow. Go back if you have any doubts about it. With this weapon and candy arrows you can one-shot the scarab. Fresh Rusty Spear level 9. 24 hits before stamina depletes, base number. This is your main weapon. From little to big bugs, everyone will fear your spear. Poke red, black, and fire ants in their eyes. Red and black ants are vulnerable to stabbing, and fire ants are vulnerable to fresh. All termites are vulnerable to stabbing. To those that were doubting the area damage potential of this loadout, watch this. No two-handed weapons can do this so fast and safely. The stinkies melt to this weapon. You will kill the green shield bug in less than 40 seconds. Last but not least, the Black Widow. The infection bonus will make this fight a bit easier, as it will reduce its attack speed. As poison doesn't affect the Black Widow, you can change your armor set to the sleek roly-poly armor set level 9. Fresh Widow Dagger level 9, 34 hits before stamina depletes, base number. This is a must, as the only way to collect Pond Moss is with a dagger tier 3, and the Widow Dagger is the only one in the game. Perfect for every flying insect, as poison will slowly kill them. Moth dead in less than 40 seconds. Most of the infected creatures are vulnerable to fresh, and guess what? The infected wolf spider is vulnerable to slashing and fresh. Time to hunt down that beast. Killed in less than 20 seconds. Also the best weapon underwater. And we can't forget the Mant, vulnerable to slashing and fresh, killed in 1 minute. Fire and shields, as we had it before, and 2 weapons for special occasions. You don't need to carry them around. Spicy Tick Makwahuitl, level 9, to kill the Brood Mother. And Mighty Salt Morning Star, level 9, the Sandbox Cleaner. Use it to kill Antlions, also called the Justice Maker. Use it to kill Director's Mecture and the Mantis. The Mantis is vulnerable to Salty, and Generic is the only type of strike it hasn't resistance to. This guide will always be updated when relevant changes are made to the game. The cheat sheets that follow this video guide will soon be uploaded to my Discord server. You can download them for free. The link to Spy Discord is in the description of this video. Members of this YouTube channel will have the cheat sheets earlier. You can become a member for less than $2. And if you wanna always play grounded with a well thought and updated armor and weapons setup, subscribe to the channel. It's okay, I'll let you spy on me.